Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review would be John Wick 3, starring Keanu Reeves. Let's get into it. So, if you've been following the trilogy of John Wick, you have noticed it's been very high octane, high impact action scenes. John Wick is, I should call him John Kill. Basically the ultimate headshots that you ever seen in cinema for action shooting films. And this movie does not disappoint you. It feeds right off of the same thing that you've been seeing in John Wick 1 and 2. Now, this all stemmed from John Wick was in some type of organization with the table where he was one of their main assassin hitmen, and he got out the business, and then he got drugged back in the business. His wife passed away. She had cancer, and she left him a puppy, and somebody killed that puppy. That person was connected to some people that was in that organization, and John Wick went on a rampage, killed him, and he ended up killing one of the people in what they call a safe haven sanctuary at this hotel. Now, that's supposed to be off limits for killing. John Wick killed that guy there, and which in return, his punishment was, now they put a contract out on his life, and that's what happens at the end of part 2. So at the beginning of part 3, it picks up right after that. So you get to go on this journey with John. Everybody is trying to kill John, and all different types of groups. Everywhere he goes, they're trying to kill him. So you see a lot of the trailers kind of show a lot of the movie. He was raised by a woman, and he had these special coins and things that they give to one another, like it's supposed to be a pact. So he brought one of these across with a rope, and basically because she raised him, she taught him a lot. This ticket is supposed to be able to, for her to help him under any circumstances. So she made like a pact with him, and so she gave him the cross, and then they took the cross and they branded him with the cross, basically saying, this is your ticket, you can't come back here ever again. So when John Wick crossed the line, he received some help from a few people. Now, the hotel that was a sanctuary place, the owner of that hotel, being the manager of the hotel, was Winston. He helped John, gave John Wick an hour when he could have just killed him right on the spot. But John been a good friend to him all these years that he gave him an hour. And Lawrence Fishburne character, he helped John Wick out too. And John Wick 2, because John Wick spared his life at one point. So he gave John Wick a gun to help him out. So the table which runs this whole organization, they're called the Table, they sent a person which they call like a judiciary person that comes down and talks to everybody and basically speaks for the hand. And that person pretty much tells them that Winston has to step down from being the manager of the hotel, and he needs to find his successor. He got 7 days to do so. Also, you had Lawrence Fishburne's character, which was Bowery, King Bowery, however you want to call it. He had to release his duties as well, so for helping John Wick. So the judiciary, or the adjudicator, they call it, the adjudicator. And by the way, that actress name was Asia Kate Dillon. She plays on the show Billions. as Taylor. So the adjudicator pretty much is speaking for the table, telling everybody how everything's going to be ran. So she also contracts an assassin group with the lead Zero, and he has the bald head, and you see that on the trailer, he has a bald head, and he said, John Wick, you didn't disappoint me, and you see that on the trailer. So that guy, if you didn't know him, he played in it was a movie, No Way, I forgot what it's called, where it's like Panana, where he was teaching the kids how to fight karate and stuff like that with the drunken man style. So nevertheless, getting back to the movie, I'm just giving you much the plot. That's the plot was going on. They want Lawrence Fishburne, his group, to shut down. The adjudicator hired an assassin group that started killing everybody. So the woman that helped John Wick, she helped him get off the island, and that's where he ended up, where Halle Berry's character was. Now, Halle Berry, those dogs that she had that you see in the previews and the trailers, oh man, them dogs was awesome. So it's real live dogs where they have bulletproof vests on the dogs, and the dogs is all in the fighting scenes where the dogs, she say little words and the dogs go do certain things, and the dogs go grab the enemy's hand where they got the gun while she goes and shoot them. So it was awesome. The fight scene was dope. That was a good fight scene. And then they pretty much found the information to get to that's where John Wick wanted to get to. He wanted to get to the table, the head person at the table, and Halle Berry's character is pretty much saying, if your plan is not to go there to kill that person, then this is all for nothing or whatever. So he basically want to go there and get an amends, and told him pretty much, I want to make an amends. I want to get a second chance. So they said, what are you willing to sacrifice? So he sacrificed the ring of his wife, and he cut his finger off, and told him that he would go back in the organization. Well, they told John Wick, basically, we're going to let you back in the organization, but you got to be an assassin again and fight for us, and versus kill for us. And we also need you to go kill Winston. So in the process of him getting back into the United States, that was his mission, and to go kill Winston, and he'll be taken off the list of everybody after him. So that's Income Zero, the assassin group that adjudicator hired. He's been trying to kill John the whole time. So then he's coming, and he's trying to kill John Wick. So pretty much that's the plot of the story. And it ends with Winston, by him not relinquishing his hotel. He wanted to go to war with the table. They sent a bunch of assassins inside the hotel, and made the hotel no longer a sanctuary place, and they made it like a kill zone. So all these men came in to kill Winston and his little army. They got wiped out like it was nothing. But then you had John Wick, and I forgot what the black guy's character name was, but he was in there. You see him with the glasses. His character was in there, and he was helping. His character is Sharon. So you had him fighting with John Wick, and Winston pretty much at the end, after John Wick kills all these men and armor, he got a shotgun, started getting busy, and then he fought the assassin ninjas. He fought them. He beat them. He spared 2 of their lives. It was 2 guys that really admired John, and they could have killed him, but then they gave him a fair fight, and then he could have killed them at the end, and then he didn't kill them. So you can almost reckon that they're gonna come back in another John Wick, and they're gonna help him somehow. And then you had Winston, the adjudicator, came out, and she said she wanted to do a parlay, basically give Winston back his hotel, make it a safe haven again. And then so she said, what you going to do with John Wick, and then he shot John off the roof. John miraculously still lived, and Lawrence Fishburne's King Bowery, his right hand man, went and scooped John up off the street. But King Bowery, he wants to go to war with the hand. I mean, not I said the hand, the table, and asking John, is he mad? Is he up for the task? And that's basically how it went off. But the movie was a good movie, good action pack. Besides the ridiculousness, it has that feel of, if you watch the Marvel series, The Punisher, off of Netflix, it has that to it. That's the biggest thing I don't like about John Wick, because it's too much, like, he takes too much punishment for him to still be moving around. He don't have no superpowers. He got, if it was, this is kind of fake when you knew it was like superhero and he had like Wolverine's healing powers, you could understand it more. But when you saying this is supposed to be like a regular person, he takes too much punishment and he's not down long enough where he can heal like that. And he takes too many knives. He get cut, he get stabbed, shot, and he's still moving around, still able to kill people like it's nothing, you know. So that's the ridiculousness where I say, that takes away from the movie. In my point, some people may like it, some people not, but I think that's what takes away from the movie. Other than that, it was a decent film. It is watchable. Out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 4 stars. I could see how somebody could say 3.5 because it really is a good film. It's just the ridiculousness of all that. It's just that takes away from me. So what I would like for you to do at this moment, thank you for tuning into the video. Like the video so I can get into the cycle of the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate that. Subscribe and like. Till next time.